Tour de Fleece is an event where spinners across the globe spin yarn in concurrence with the Tour de France. I hope you'll join me in my adventure with the Tour de Fleece as I try to spin through as much of my fiber stash as possible. Good morning. My name is Judith. I am one half of the Nutty Nitty Sisters. Together with my sister Julie, we produce usually a monthly video of our love of all things fibery and occasional videos of our yarny adventures across the great state of Maine and beyond. If this is your first time watching our videos, welcome. I am so glad that you found us and would love to have you be part of our little fiber community by clicking the subscribe button and joining us along this journey. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back time and time again. We truly appreciate it. Today I am recording my first video of the Tour de Fleece for 2022. Tour de France starts today in Copenhagen, and the first race is a time trial where racers will begin usually about a minute after each other, take off across the course, and they finish depending on the time it takes them to finish. Sounds like it's going to be kind of a challenging race. It's a little foggy and raining in Copenhagen today, so the corners are going to be hairy. So we wish all of our racers good health and a good safe race. My favorite racer, Julien Alaphilippe, unfortunately is not racing in the Tour de Fleece this year. He suffered a pretty catastrophic crash in April during a race. He hit a tree, suffered a lot of damage, collapsed lung, broken ribs, that sort of thing. So he's just recently recovered, ran a race last week and placed 13th. Unfortunately, was not enough to qualify him for the Tour de Fleece. So heart is broken. There are certainly many other great racers in the race this year. I will be personally keeping an eye on Primož Roglič and Tadej Pogačar. They were certainly ones that I watched last year and kept an eye on. They are also favorites of many of the commentators this year. I had a little bit of trouble with Tadej's name last year. This year is no difference. This is probably the 6th time I've recorded his name, but I'm looking forward to seeing both of them race. I'm fairly new to watching the Tour de France, but I love immersing myself in the culture and the fun and the enthusiasm that goes along with the race and spinning my fleece. This year I will not be starting out with the Louette. I will be starting out with the Eel Wheel 6. I have a little bit of issue with sciatica in my right leg at the moment, so I won't be using, and that's my spinning leg, if you will, my treadle foot. So I'll be using the electric spinning wheel at least until I can get some relief with that. Hopefully be able to do the Louette later in the tour. And also the Eel Wheel 6 is the only one with an empty bobbin at the moment. So that's the plan for the Tour de Fleece so far. I'm starting out with a Paradise Fibers Fiber of the Month Club box. So join me if you are a spinner. Would love to hear what you are spinning and, any thoughts that you might have on the race throughout the day. It looks like the race is underway, so I'm going to go back to work and listen to it in the background. And I will spin throughout the day on my breaks and lunches and after work, and I'll try to capture some of that on video for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the other side. I am spinning a merino blend combed top, and I am going to split this right in the middle rather than the long way. I am just going to split it in half and spin each half from the thick top. I'm not doing any sort of color repeats or fractal spinning or anything, so spinning it this way is going to work fine for my purposes. The goal with this yarn is to get a Aran weight, 9 to 12 wraps per inch, so I'll tuck one away and start on the other. It is a glorious day in Maine, so I spent my lunch break out on the deck spinning on the Eel Wheel 6, And because I am trying to get a 9 to 12 wraps per inch, I would like my singles to be about 24 wraps per inch in order to achieve that 2-ply weight that I'm looking for. This first spin of the tour is really taking me back to my very first Tour de Fleece, when all I was spinning was worsted and Aran weight, and I just wanted to get a thinner yarn. Now my default weight is DK to sport, and I'm loving going back to doing the Aran worsted, and it's actually really hard. It was really difficult to get the hang of spinning a little bit thicker again. Just the muscle memory. I got used to spinning my default DK or fingering weight yarn. So to be able to consistently produce a single that was 24 wraps per inch in order to achieve the Aran weight that I was looking for was actually kind of hard, but I just kept checking and chugging away, and hopefully we'll get what we're looking for. I am quite pleased with the results. Let's just hope that the other bobbin turns out as nice. Hello! So I did manage to go ahead and spin half of the merino, the kind of pastel-y blend. Got one of the bobbins done, and hopefully I'll be able to get the second bobbin done today. Yesterday was kind of busy. Julie and I went and picked up our main yarn cruise bags for the yarn cruise. The yarn cruise started July 1st and it runs through October 10th. This is the 5th year and Julie and I's third actual tour. There was one virtual tour in there. So we're hopefully going to have some video of that for you very soon. We're trying to squish it all into 1 week and make it very fast. But anyway, that's what took up a lot of my spinning time. I was able to get one bobbin done, so I'll start on the other one today. It's my husband's birthday, so that's going to certainly take a lot of my attention, but hopefully we'll get some spinning in. As far as the race goes, I've got some notes here because I don't tend to retain a lot of the details. But it was a very good race. It was a time trial race. It started out very rainy, and the roads were pretty slick, particularly in the corners. There was one racer that wiped out twice. I felt so bad for him. But it was interesting. Wout van Aert held the top spot for quite some time, and then out of nowhere, the rain kind of let up. The sun came out just a touch. The road started to dry up a little bit, and then Yves Lampaert got his chance, and he just blew it out of the park, came out of nowhere. He took a 5-second lead with a time of 15:17. So it was really, really interesting to see that break in the weather, and then it was like, okay, he's done racing, here comes the rain again, and it was just incredible. He is 31 years old and it's his first ever Tour de Fleece stage win. So congratulations to Yves Lampaert. Chris Fromm is going for his 5th win of the Tour de France. So that'll be interesting to see if he can become part of the five-time club. And Tadej Pogačar, who was the 2020 and 2021 champ, he finished 3rd with a +7 second, and Primoz Roglic, who I'm also watching, came in 8th with a +16. So that was the race yesterday, and we'll see how things go today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and join me for today's adventures on the next video.